We're back on this Monday morning, the first day of April, the year 2002, and that's our crowd gathered outside just waiting to hear who will be the lucky person chosen to play The Price is Right. And you're not tuned into the wrong channel. This is not an April Fool's joke. All week long, we're doing a special series on classic game shows. And this morning, we begin with a true legend, Bob Barker. Of course, I remember him from Truth or Consequences, so I think I'm showing my age, but he did that for 16 years.
No question. He's been around, and he looks fantastic. Wait till you
Are
see
we allowed
Mr.
to
Barker.
tell people how old he is?
I would never do it, but you can say it.
80?
What? Really?
Is that true? Do we know that to be a fact?
Really?
Mr. Barker?
I beg your pardon?
We were just asking, you're 60 years
I can't
old?
hear you at all.
I can't hear all of a sudden. Well, whatever
my
age he
hearing aid
is,
in the dressing room.
left his hearing aid in the dressing room. He looks fantastic,
He does
whatever
look great.
his age, and you'll see him in just a few minutes. Meanwhile, inside Studio 1A, I'm Katie Couric, along with Matt Lauer and Ann Curry, and Bob Barker will be joining us outside on the plaza. He's been hosting The Price is Right for 30 years. It's the longest-running game show on TV, and in this half hour, we'll play one of the show's most popular games called Cliffhangers.
All right.
We have our own little set. It really looks pretty snazzy out there, doesn't it?
Fantastic. And Al's going to have that action in just a few minutes. And from the small screen to the big one, a little later on, entertainment.
It's time now for today's Game Show Legends Week. This morning, Bob Barker of The Price is Right. And now here's Al Roker.
I love that music. We begin a special week-long series spotlighting 5 legendary game show hosts. We're going to kick it off with the reigning king of game shows, Bob Barker. In his 30 years as the host of The Price is Right, Bob has given away more than 6,500 cars and enough furniture to fill every home in the average small American city. But it's not the prizes that have kept people tuning in for years. It's a whole lot more.
The new Price is Right, Bob Barker!
Over the years, scores of game shows have tried their luck with television audiences, but none of them as successfully as The Price is Right.
How about Amy Pico? Come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
For nearly half a century, the show has entertained audiences with its high-energy contestants, clever pricing games, and big-ticket prizes.
$10,000.
While the prices themselves have changed significantly over the years, the show's successful formula has remained the same.
The actual retail price is $700. Actual retail price, $11.29. Now the actual retail price is...
Hey, the object's simple. Guess the price of an item as close as possible without going over the manufacturer's suggested retail price.
And it belongs to Kimberly.
Well, everybody has to deal with prices all the time. You know, you can't go through a day without dealing with some kind of price. And most everybody thinks they know the right price. And, of course, the best part of it is when somebody gets on and doesn't know what they're doing, you say, well, you dummy, I could do better than that. It makes people feel good.
If you think a surfboard is $4,500, I am going to give you the bargain of your life.
The Price is Right.
The Price is Right debuted in 1956 with host Bill Cullen.
Here. Welcome anyway to The Price is Right. A little later on, all you folks, especially you at home, are going to get a chance to bid for the showcase.
Then in 1972, a former radio personality turned game show host named Bob Barker took over the reins, and the rest is game show history.
Oh, wow! Yes, all right. You want to stay up here and play a pricing game, don't you?
Love to.
Okay. Now, how are you going to explain it to these 3 people down here?
Well, they're young and they'll understand.
Bob recently celebrated his 30th anniversary as the show's host.
Bob is the glue that keeps everything together, that makes people watch over and over and over again.
Congratulations. Oh,
He definitely is The Price is Right. People specifically come to see him.
No. Oh, Lord.
They can't wait to run up on stage and give him a kiss on the cheek.
And that is a
I've worked with most areas hosts in television, and nobody's like Bob Barker. He's done everything, and he's fabulous at it. All you have to do is watch him and know how natural it comes to him and how much he's able to get out of everybody that he talks to on the air.
Bob Barker, good to see you again.
It's good to be with you, Al.
You know, watching that tape, you get a lot of love on that show.
I get a lot of love, and I get a lot of bruises, too.
Does it seem like 30 years?
Sometimes it seems much longer, and sometimes it seems like only yesterday that we started.
You know, it's funny. I remember the big controversy when you decided to stop dyeing your hair, and you came on. Well, you know, were you surprised at all the hoopla about that?
I really was. I was surprised that it was news all over the country that my hair was white, but I had tinted it, and it began to make it red, and that wasn't very attractive. They tried dyeing it, and that made it blue, and that wasn't very attractive. I went on vacation. I came back, and I'd let my hair go white. And so we decided I would just do the show that way, but we had taped ahead. So on Tuesday, my hair was dark, and Wednesday, it was white. I got a letter from a gentleman in the Midwest. He said, "Bob, you must have had one hell of a night."
How has the show changed since you started doing it in 1972? I mean, it's remained the same, but yet it's changed as well.
The biggest change is my hair. No, the set is the same. The set looks just like it did in the 70s. But the prices, that's what has really changed. The first car I gave away was $2,465.
Wow.
We had car after car, 4 digits. 2 was the first number, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we've had to change our props to accommodate 5 digits because cars, and then they tell us there's no inflation.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's funny, I watched the show, and I noticed there are a lot of young people on the show, a lot of college students.
That's right.
How do they do?
Well, we're blessed. It happened. We don't know how it happened. If we did, we could bottle it and sell it. But it became a cult thing with the college youngsters. And now they come from all over the country, East Coast, Midwest, and of course the West Coast, and they give our show great energy. It's just wonderful.
You know, a lot of people forget, if they're, say, younger than me, that you had a long run on another game show, Truth or Consequence. You did that 18 years?
I did it 18 years, yeah.
Now, what was it? How did you get started in these game shows?
Well, I started working at a radio station when I was in college. And the first, they didn't call them game shows, they were audience participation shows. The first audience participation show I did, my wife heard, and she said, "That's what you should do." She said, "You do that better than you've ever done anything else." Now, she didn't say I was good. She just said I did it better than I'd ever done anything else. And I set out to do precisely what I'm doing.
Yeah. Now, any fan of the show knows what a big supporter you. Wow.
You see,
that's audience participation.
Well, I've been beaten up for 45 years on television.
But you look great. Anybody knows that you are a big animal rights activist.
Yes,
How did you get involved in that?
Well, I'd always loved animals, but about 25 years ago, I was the chairman of Be Kind to Animals Week in Los Angeles. And as such, I did interviews and was invited by groups to participate. And for the first time, I began to actually become involved. And as I did and learned of the terrible exploitation of animals, I felt compelled to do what I could to rectify the situation. That's what I've been doing.
Well, we really appreciate that, and we appreciate your work on The Price is Right. And you're going to help us out on the plaza. We've got a contestant, and we are about to play The Price is Right with Bob Barker right after these messages. Come on down!
We're back with more of today's Game Show Legends Week. And now here's Al Roker and the host of The Price is Right, Bob Barker.
Thank you, Don Pardo. And now we're about to play Cliffhangers from The Price is Right and Bob Barker. Bob, we're going to bring our contestant down, Misty Morris. Come on down!
Hi, Misty. Thank you.
So, Misty, are you a big fan of the show?
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, you're from Texas A&M?
I am, sure am. Giggle, whoop!
Woo! You're used to this, right, aren't you, Bob?
I love it. I feel just as if I were home. And I like this. There's a sign over here, Bob Rocks.
That's right.
I like that.
Bob Barker Rocks.
Bob does rock. I have a rocking chair that I watch television. I rock.
Misty, you're a fan of this show. Are you a fan of game shows in particular?
Yes.
All right.
Are there other games?
No, there aren't
There's
any
not
game
any
shows.
other game shows.
Bob, now you're the one who picked Misty. How did Misty get picked?
I did not pick her.
You did not.
No,
I was told you were.
No.
But we picked her out of the crowd at random.
Well, I can certainly understand why.
I love Bob.
Misty, that's why she was chosen.
Because she loves Bob. There you go.
Because he beat Adam Sandler.
That's right. And Happy Gilmore.
I did.
Bam!
I did.
That's right. Okay, tell us about this game, Bob.
I want to talk about Happy Gilmore.
That's right, because you were...
I'll tell you about the game.
Okay.
All right. Now, this is called Cliffhanger. You've seen this, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
And the idea is to preserve the life of this poor mountain climber. If he
He's
falls
safe.
off the cliff at the top, you're not in good shape. But if you can not miss the prices of 3 products here, I'll show you, by more than $25, he won't. That's the whole idea of the game.
Now, how difficult is this game compared to some of the ones that are on the show itself, Bob?
Well, it's all based on a knowledge of prices. Everything we do is based on prices, and it's no more difficult. It's no less difficult.
Okay.
It's about medium
difficult.
That's right.
I'm going to be one of the Barker girls.
Oh, just a moment. That is going to be a stretch of our imagination. But we'll do the best we can.
All righty.
Now, Misty, we're going to play cliffhangers, and the lovely Al is going to help us.
That's right.
Now, the three prizes over here that you must give me the prices of will be described by the lovely Al.
That's
Go ahead,
right.
Al.
The first one we have is a Rival non-stick sandwich maker. A Rival non-stick sandwich maker.
All right. Now, you tell me what you believe is the price of the non-stick sandwich maker.
What do you think?
What do I think? I don't know.
Ask
frankly.
your pals over there, mister.
Hey, are we saying...
I don't know the prices of any of the products.
I say $20, Bob.
She says $20.
Should I reveal the
Now,
price, Bob? No.
Is that right? No, it's not right. So don't show us
don't show
yet.
it yet.
He'll move one step. The lovely Al, I have to help.
That's
along
right.
here.
21.
He'll move one step for every $1 that you miss the price of the sandwich maker. Here he goes.
If I miss it by a lot, y'all
I
are
say,
fired.
here he goes.
Here he goes.
I repeat.
Here he goes.
This is just like home, you know.
It's okay, then maybe she's got the right
She missed-
price.
I asked if that was the right price.
There we go.
And nothing happened, and I thought that it was not. So
It's the right
you've got it
price.
exactly right.
Okay.
Now, what do we have next?
We've got a Black & Decker cordless compact dustbuster, Bob.
All right, what do you believe is the price of that?
32, Bob.
32. All right, $32. Is that right?
It
Okay.
didn't work the first time.
Well,
It's
now
probably right
I don't
this
know
time.
whether it's right or not. Or should we? Let's
Okay,
move
let's
it.
see.
Move the mountain climber
Okay,
for
there
every
it
$1.
goes.
There it is. It's moving.
Keep going. The price, Bob, is $25.
Now you have only one to go. You can miss it by as much as $18
Whoa.
and still win.
All righty.
So don't miss it by more than $18, and you've won our prize.
This is, Misty, this is a Holmes air purifier.
It's an air purifier. What do you believe is the price?
Bob. 50.
$50. Is that right?
That is the correct price, My goodness. Well, you know what, Don?
We have to find out what she won.
Don Pardo, tell her what she's won.
Today's grand prize for The Price is Right is a beautiful Joy Hill dining room set from the Attic Heirlooms collection. The actual retail price for this set is $4,888, provided by Broy Hill.
Wow. Misty, how do you feel? Come over here. So now, what's a college student going to do with a room full of dining room furniture?
Sell it on eBay.
They're down.
May have to
Sell it on
Sell it
eBay.
on eBay. Bob, she was amazing. 2 out of the 3 prizes, you got dead on.
She watches the show, don't you?
I watched the
You
show.
see? That's why, Al, it's very important to watch The Price is
You've
Right
got to
every
watch
day.
The Price is Right.
That's right.
My gosh, so you guys all proud of Misty?
Yeah!
And this is what you do every day, right, Bob?
Hey, Jenny,
We
you
give
got...
away thousands and thousands and thousands of thousands of dollars worth of prizes every day. We have fun every day, and Mitzi is typical of the Price is
And you
Right
almost got
today.
stampeded by these college students.
You asked the question before, why did we choose Misty? I think we know now. Answered the question.
Congratulations.
Oh my gosh, can I hug y'all?
Yeah, sure.
Come on, go.
Can we
There
get
you
a great
go.
picture?
Yeah, definitely. All right.
Thank you so much for being here.
This was wonderful, Bob. And again, congratulations
Thank you.
on your 30th anniversary.
Thank you, Al.
The Price is Right.
How do you deal with the people when they just go bananas?
Well, if they don't go bananas, we're in trouble.
I got them covered.
So you're the perfect contestant. Congratulations
Thank
on
you
that
so
Broy
much.
Hill dining room set.
Wow, I know.
That's right.
It's going to go in my little itty-bitty apartment.
Tomorrow on Game Show Legends Week, we've got Monty Hall and Let's Make a Deal.
Love that show, too.
Oh,
Can
yeah.
I be Carol Merrill?
Certainly.
Is Carol Merrill coming by?
Yeah, no, she's
No,
not
she's
coming.
not. Oh, too bad.
No, she's not coming.
No, Rob's
She's not
not
coming.
here.
I love Carol Merrill and also the beautiful gals, you know, that you're always
Barker's
surrounded
That
by.
Barker's Beauties, which I had to do. And how did I do, Bob?
You were beautiful.
Ah.
Bob, thanks again.
Thank you, Bob.
All
Anyway.
right. We got more today after this.